My secondaries hit hard, Hoss. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be working on the Coronet. So the problem with the old girl today, besides, you know, everything that's going on here, and this window being all messed up, is the clutch. So I was trying to adjust the clutch pedal, but long story short, it was just not working. And that's when I found out that the actual Z-bar part is broken. So right there, that's supposed to be where the pivot mounts for the Z-bar. And yeah, that just straight up snapped off. And now the Z-bar just flops all over the place. And when you press in that clutch pedal, it just falls to the floor. And let me show you exactly what I mean. Yep, too much play. And then it kind of works on the bottom. So what we're going to have to do here is just go and make a temporary fix. And at the end of the year here, I'm actually going to pull the engine and whatnot, and I want to reseal it anyways. And then we'll actually get to repairing it. I'll put it on the screen here. They actually do make repair brackets for these, but for now, we'll just make something work. Now, considering this is just going to be a summer repair, it'll be fixed properly in the winter, I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. All I'm going to do is slide a bolt in here, and weld a nut on here. I'm going to use an all-thread bolt, so I could still remove this if I ever need to for whatever reason. And then that way this will actually have a pivoting surface. And I actually did test this. I did stick a screwdriver in there and I went and pressed the clutch and it felt normal. So that's definitely the source of my problem, obviously. But let's find a longer bolt that's all thread, and then we'll just thread it right through the nut. I will have to weld the nut to the bracket there, but not a big deal. Here's the fix, just a random rod I found. So I'm going to weld one nut to the frame and the other nut, might as well see if this fits quick. Whew, I got it to work. Got me worried. But pretty much I'm going to cut this to a proper length. Going to weld this nut to here, thread this rod in, and then this nut right here will be my jam nut so this rod can't back out anywhere. And lucky for me, the nylon bushings even stayed in there, so I don't think I'll have to worry about chewing up the metal on that Z-bar as much. But yeah, like, man, that sucks, but oh well, it's fixable. It could be a lot worse. Alright, so I'm just using this little jack handle here to actually hold it up for me and kind of preload the Z-bar so I can have it clocked the way I want. It ain't hardcore unless you're using flux core. Dang it. Well, it ain't perfect, but it's a start. It's holding it into place, but my next problem is this never returns fully. I think that return spring down there isn't tight enough. I'm also missing some trim underneath here that's supposed to actually kind of hold the pedal down. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll consider that a good enough fix for now at least. At least it's drivable. Oh, and you can't forget the jam nut. Jam nut installed. Ignore those booger dimes. If it welds, it holds. Now let's get this wheel on and take her for a test rip on down the road. And yeah, this is just crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I mean, this is probably really common, but I hate this design. These ovals and then these washers that set it. I'm guessing this was like a trick for different offsets back in the day, but oh, it is so annoying. I'm not sure what I was going to do with this rig. If it was a hard top, I would like to actually kind of soup it up a little bit, but this is a convertible, so I'm probably going to actually restore it back to original. It was Grandpa's Coronet, so I like to take good care of her, obviously. I mean, yeah, I booger welded on it, but I'm working with the best what I got with the angles that I got. If I had that engine pulled, I could do a lot better, but whatever. Hey, we're doing it justice by getting it on the road. But man, I tell you what, putting these wheels on with these annoying little lugs are tedious. See, kind of got to keep it centered while the lug stud isn't actually touching the wheel, or you can't get it on. It's just a nightmare. I'm sure I'm doing this wrong, and I'm sure there's people in the comments that are just screaming at me, but keep that screaming up. It helps the algorithm. Okay, I took the washer off. Now will this go on nicely? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Alright. Yeah, I just remembered something. Yep, like that, 10 times easier. This is left-hand thread because I forgot this car was built in 1966 and that's what people thought back then. See, look at this. Lovely. Just... oh my. Well, after struggling for about 10 minutes, there's 4 more to go. Well, folks, got her dialed. Let's give her a quick rip. Yeah, clutch is doing clutch things. Very good, very good. Well, just rolling her through the gears here, and I forgot, you know, you have a bunch of mouse houses just loose when you're in the middle of working with this. It just all flies in your face when you're doing a pull down the road. But anyways, the clutch engage is a lot better. I used to think it slipped, but now it's actually biting great. Before, I just give it some throttle and it would slip, so that's awesome. Do a little pull here. You can tell I got the, you know, street legal speedometer installed, so we can go as fast as we want. Alrighty, starting out first. Neighbors are probably wondering I'm crazy. Second gear. Oh yeah, clutch is working, man. Alright, lay the hammer down in third. Oh yeah. As I'm driving here, guess what I found on the floor? Oh, that's where that went. Well, that just proves, kids, when you're working on your projects, finish them. Don't put them to the side for later. That's alright though, because that bracket needs a new welding in anyways, so I had to do what I had to do regardless. But I'm glad I have this. Well, that's nice too. You can actually see the speedo cable spinning. I thought that was broken. I'm getting this mixed up with my tractor now. I mean, the steering feels the same as my tractor, but pretty neat. My secondaries hit hard, hoss. And there we have it, guys. Well, that's just my quick little DIY fix here on the Coronet. Figured I want to get her back to driving this summer because I missed it all last summer, and I wanted to take this on Power Tour originally this year, but that didn't work on out. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please drop a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and y'all have a good one.